Imagine a queen of ancient Crete, beautiful, powerful, the daughter of the sun god himself, Helios. Her husband was the great King Minos, who ruled the richest and most mysterious kingdom of that era. But deep inside this magnificent palace in Knossos hid the most perverted, the most disgusting, and the most tragic love story in all of Greek mythology. A story about how divine punishment turned an ordinary woman into a being consumed by inhuman lust. How she committed the most forbidden act one could ever imagine, and how, as a result, a monster was born that would devour human lives for centuries. Today, we strip away all the veils from the legend of Pasiphae and the Minotaur. No embellishments, no softening, exactly as the ancient Greeks told it, harshly, dirtily, and terrifyingly truthful. This is not just a fairy tale about a monster in a labyrinth. This is a story of pride, of divine revenge, of uncontrollable desire, and of the price that entire generations have to pay. Welcome to Lost Legends World. If you love the dark side of ancient myths, stay until the end.
It all began with the pride of one man, King Minos. Minos wanted to prove to everyone on Crete that he was the chosen ruler, that the gods themselves stood behind him. He turned to the sea god Poseidon with a request. "Send me a sign, great god, so that the people will believe in my power." Poseidon heard him. From the depths of the sea emerged a magnificent snow-white bull, enormous, perfect, with a shining coat. This was no ordinary beast. This was a divine gift. Minos was supposed to sacrifice this bull to Poseidon in gratitude, but the king looked at the animal and felt pity. The bull was too beautiful, too valuable. Minos decided to cheat. He kept the divine bull for himself in his herd and sacrificed an ordinary, unremarkable one instead. Poseidon noticed the deception, and he became furious. The gods of Antiquity did not forgive such things, especially when it involved an oath and respect. But instead of punishing Minos directly, the sea god struck where it would hurt the most, at his family. Poseidon placed a curse upon Minos' wife, Queen Pasiphae. He drove her mad with an unnatural, bestial lust for that very same white bull. Imagine the feelings of Queen Pasiphae. Just yesterday she was a respected queen and mother of King Minos' children, but now her body and mind were burning with a desire that cannot be described in normal words. She did not crave a man. She did not crave a god. She craved that enormous, wild white bull. She felt shame. She fought against it, but Poseidon's curse was stronger than any human will. In the end, Pasiphae turned for help to the greatest inventor of that time, Daedalus. She confessed the terrible truth to him. "I must unite with this bull, make it possible." Daedalus, not daring to refuse the queen, created something truly perverse. He built a large, hollow wooden cow. He carefully covered it with the real skin of a cow, made it look completely realistic, and placed it on wheels. The construction looked so lifelike that even the real bull could not tell it apart from a living female. Pasiphae climbed inside this wooden cow. Her body was hidden, while the rear part of the device was designed so that what had to happen could happen. The wooden cow was taken out into the field, where the divine white bull was grazing. The bull saw the female. He approached, and he was deceived. He mounted the wooden construction and mated with it, and inside, in the tight darkness, was Queen Pasiphae. This act took place, and as a result of this unnatural union, the woman became pregnant. Several months later, she gave birth to a child. But this was no ordinary child. His name was Asterion. Later, he would be called the Minotaur, Minos' bull. He had a human body and the head of a huge bull with sharp horns. According to some accounts, Pasiphae even nursed this creature with her own breast in the first days. But very quickly it became clear. The child was growing rapidly, and his appetite was not human at all. He wanted only one thing: fresh human flesh.
Minos was horrified. He could not kill this creature. After all, it was his son, even if born from a curse. But keeping the monster in plain sight was also impossible. The king ordered the same Daedalus to build a huge, incredibly complex labyrinth beneath the Palace of Knossos, a maze so intricate that no one could ever escape from it. There they hid the Minotaur. But the problem did not end there. Minos lost his son, Androgeus. According to one version, he was killed by the Athenians. In his rage, Minos declared war on Athens and won. As tribute, the Athenians were forced to send to Crete every 9 years 7 young men and 7 young women. These young people were thrown into the labyrinth to be devoured by the Minotaur. Ancient sources do not hide the truth. The monster devoured them. He tore them apart. He drank their blood. He ate their flesh. Some modern archaeologists have found strange evidence on Crete, children's bones with knife marks that look suspiciously like ritual sacrifices. Perhaps the myth reflects real dark rituals of the Minoan civilization, where the bull was a sacred animal and human sacrifice was part of ancient ceremonies.
Time passed. The third tribute arrived. From Athens, the son of King Aegeus volunteered, the hero Theseus. He swore to kill the monster and put an end to the terrible tribute once and for all. When the ship carrying the victims arrived at Crete, it was seen by the daughter of Minos and Pasiphae, Princess Ariadne. She fell in love with Theseus at first sight and decided to help him. Ariadne gave Theseus a ball of thread, the famous Ariadne's thread. She also convinced Daedalus to reveal how to kill the Minotaur. Theseus entered the labyrinth, unwinding the thread behind him. He found the sleeping Minotaur and killed him. According to one version, with his bare hands or a club. According to another, with a sword. Thus ended the reign of the monster. Theseus emerged from the labyrinth, took Ariadne with him, and fled from Crete. But the story does not end here. Pasiphae, Minos, and Daedalus, they all paid their own price for this perverted chapter. The myth of Pasiphae and the Minotaur is one of the most disturbing stories in Greek mythology. It speaks not only about a monster with the head of a bull, it speaks about how divine revenge can destroy a family from within. It speaks about how uncontrollable lust and pride can give birth to real monsters, both literally and figuratively. The ancient Greeks were not afraid to tell such stories.
They showed that even kings and queens could fall lower than animals if the gods decided to punish them. And the Minoan civilization, one of the most mysterious and lost, still keeps its secrets beneath the ruins of Knossos. Were there real rituals involving bulls and blood? We can only guess. If you enjoyed this dark legend, give it a like, subscribe, and write in the comments, which lost legend do you want to hear next? Thank you for walking with me through this labyrinth. Until the next legend, don't be afraid to look into the dark corners of history.